guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my big project for the month of March. A month ago basically, I asked a bunch of my K2 acquaintances, friends, mutuals on Twitter and Instagram to send in some answers pertaining to advice that they would give smaller K-tubers and people wanting to start a channel. I'm very grateful to all these people for sending in their answers, so a big thank you to them. As we can see, I'm using my voice today, kind of a voice reveal because I've never used my voice on my channel, but if you've catched one of my lives, then you've probably heard it already. So I will be using my voice to narrate my advice that I write down and I show you guys, and I will be using robot voices for the other K-tubers in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started.
My channel name is Namjoon's Lost AirPods. I started February 5th, 2021, and I currently have 808 subscribers. I started my channel because I wanted somewhere to share my thoughts and opinions about K-pop since I don't have many IRLs that like K-pop. Also, based on the K-tubers I had seen around before, a lot of them were heavily girl group focused, and I felt kind of underrepresented in the K-tube community, as a primarily boy group stan that is, and I thought other people might be feeling similar, so that was another reason. I make content mostly pertaining to rankings, but I am looking into branching out and trying new things on my channel.
I started my channel back in 2019 because I wanted to do more with editing, and this just looks like a fun way of combining my interest of K-pop with my interest in editing. The content on my channel is very random though, I don't know if I could summarize it easily. It's a bit of everything.
Hi, we're Daisy Jun. Our channel has two owners, Eve and Hazel, and we started in April 2021. As of right now, we have 2.68k subs. We started our channel on a whim. We were talking one night and we realized we had a lot of underrated artists and songs that we love and wanted to promote, so we decided to make a channel. Plus, making videos just seemed like a fun hobby. For the most part, our content is centered around the music rather than opinions or video essays, etc. So we make rankings, playlists, favorites, plus some other more creative content. We're not very strict about the kind of content we make.
My channel was initially created by me and my god sister mainly because we were really bored, lol, and were initially planning to be a NCT humor compilation channel called I Lucas You, but we realized it wasn't for us, so we just switched to K-tube. My god sister isn't that active on here, so it's just me. We started in August 2020, during the lockdown period out of pure boredom. Our milestones were really spaced out, but that didn't demotivate us. I made normal song playlist videos for a while until I saw K-tubers like VixXo use their voice to relay opinions, and that sounded awesome. So I decided to do that, and the more I did, the more I got comfortable with using my voice. And here we are, with a good mix of opinion and song videos.
Hello. My username is B1Beat and I started in September 2020. I usually make videos about my favorite songs, albums, groups and what I would like to see in K-pop. I started a channel basically because I wanted to keep track of what I like to listen to over time and to talk about songs I like. I watched a lot of K-tube videos and I wanted to make my own version.
I started my channel in July 2020 as Nana, but recently changed my user to RayXNA. I currently have like 702 subscribers and I make videos on K-pop rankings, genres, tags, playlists, etc. I also make videos about Western music. I started my channel because my friends were tired of me spamming the group chat with my deep dives and rants on music lol.
Hi, I'm Kale and my channel name is Kalola. I have 4.69k subscribers and I started to upload videos on November 2017. What kind of content do I make? I do everything that I like. Sometimes I do rankings, other times I do videos with my subscribers, or I do videos where I recommend some songs. Also, I don't only stick to K-pop. I really like to listen to J-pop and C-pop, and of course sometimes I put my favorite Western bands. In the beginning, I did many different K-pop games, and maybe in the future I can do something similar.
My channel name is Only Ace. I have changed my channel name quite a few times, but Only Ace fits me the best in terms of Taemin, since he is the love of my life. But that is basically the meaning behind my name, Only Taemin/Ace. I started my channel in February of 2019. My older sister was the one that made me want to start a channel because I wanted to share my K-pop favorites and whatnot with other K-pop stans. The content on my channel is just like any other K-tuber. I do subscriber videos and other favorites videos.
My channel name is Minkupile. I started my channel in December 2019, I think. I mostly do videos about most viewed survival show blank, showing my favorite songs and artists, and sometimes ranking my subs favorites. I also do collabs with some other K-tubers every once in a while.
I started my channel at the start of September 2021, but my channel just recently blew up in February. I hit 1,000 subscribers last week. I mainly make compilation type videos, such as my Killing Part series, but I recently started trying out some new things.
Hi, I'm Kirsty K-pop, and I started posting videos on this channel in May of 2020. I currently have 614 subscribers, and before starting this channel, I actually started off with a K-pop random dance channel, but after a year and a half of editing those, I started to feel like I hit a wall in terms of creativity. So I started this channel in hopes of being able to express my creativity more freely through editing. I also was watching some K-tubers at the time, like Juniverse, and thought that there wasn't many boy group central K-tubers in the community. In terms of my content, I try to do a little bit of everything. So I do rankings, me versus my subscribers, favorites, tags, lists, and sometimes I try more experimental things such as my big projects that I do, my discontinued Exploring Discography series, and my new series that I'm doing, which is called Who Makes K-pop Aesthetic.
So, I've actually been editing videos since I was around 9 years old, but of course they weren't related to K-pop. I think this actually helped me a little bit when I first started my channel since I knew the basics already. I learned editing through trial and error over many years tbh. It took me a while to develop my editing style. As I kept putting out new videos, I was trying different things in a lot of them to see what I wanted to keep and what I didn't. I'm going to be honest, one day I was just playing around in my editor trying out different things, and I made my number behind the letters layout, and to be frank, I thought it was amazing, and I loved it still do. I never saw anyone else do that kind of layout, so I thought it could be my kind of trademark, I guess? Like I said, I never saw anyone do it before, but that doesn't mean no one did it.
I genuinely feel like I cheated in this area now. Before I started editing videos for my channel, I already had done a 4-year graphic design study which allowed me to have an associate degree in that field. Although I personally think my editing was crap at first, I did have the basics down. And with my current study, minor, for which I had to make a documentary, I had editing classes, so I was lucky I could receive advice from people who are pros. As for my editing style, I just try stuff while I'm editing, and if I like it, I keep it.
Eve, started editing in 2015, so I'm very familiar with the editing software I use, but I had never made this style of video until we started our channel. In terms of developing a style, I took inspiration from the aesthetic we wanted to portray in our videos, and spent a long time trying different things to adapt it into a style that works for the videos we want to make.
At the start, I used to use a multitude of free phone apps to edit, and after making a bunch of videos, I realized that life isn't for me. So I did some extensive research and reached out to people to ask for good editing softwares that happened to be free, and I stumbled on DaVinci. Sure, it looked like a NASA rocket engineering panel when I first started using it, but I looked at tutorials after tutorials and it helped quite a lot. My editing style? I don't really believe in keeping a consistent editing style. They're usually based around the same minimalistic editing layout, but they're not the same each time because I love experimenting.
I think I just learned by watching and redoing what other people did, but in my own style. I actually took a long time to figure out what I wanted to show to the public with my editing. I watched videos about editing social media, like Instagram posts, videos, my own studies outside the internet, and how you make your own style. For that I needed to find the fonts that match the vibe I wanted to give, a color palette, a theme, etc. In my case, I always liked the color purple, so I searched for other colors, fonts, videos that match the aesthetic of the color. That took some time, so it's totally okay to not know what your style is right away. You can just try it out as you go. I still have lots to learn and change.
I just started playing around with an editor. My first few videos, that aren't even on my channel, weren't too bad, but they were really simple and not that impressive. Eventually, I settled on a theme that I kept for a long time, but these days I develop my editing style by playing around with different layouts and themes every few videos.
Well, when I was young I always watched series and movies, thinking wow I love these effects and this transition is so cool, and I started to learn how to use different video editors, Sony Vegas, Premiere Pro, etc. At first, I was really bad, like if watch my first video the letters were going so slow and I put horrible transitions. I think, my style changed when I started to 1, have more free time, and 2, when I started to study editing in school. I don't think my editing is the best, but I try to do the best that I can.
I learned how to edit very gradually. In the beginning my editing was really basic and not to my liking, as expected, but over these 3 years I have watched many K-tubers and I eventually got to where I am now. I get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest and K-tubers like Jen and King Yixing.
I learned how to edit in 2018 using my phone. When I got my new laptop in 2019, I wanted to make videos because I really loved to edit in school, short films, etc. And I wanted to share my favorite songs to other K-pop stans. I developed my editing style by watching my favorite K-tubers videos, and my layouts are usually inspired by them. My very first inspiration was King Yixing and my current layout is inspired by Hexagon, but I change it to fit my style.
I have had a few Instagram editing accounts over the years which taught me the basics. A lot of the things I've learned, I picked up from watching my friends and other Ktubers. I don't really have a set style, it changes depending on what the video I'm making is about.
So I started editing in August of 2019 when I was one of those super bored kids on summer break with nothing better to do with their time. And I was very into dancing at the time, so I started with the Random Dance channel, and when I eventually switched over to this channel, my editing was pretty crap. It was like not good at all. And I used this really bad editor I found online that only exported in 480p, and I started with that. Through a lot of trial and error, through posting frequently, I started to develop my style, but being really honest, I don't think I actually have a set editing style. I'm pretty indecisive with stuff, so you'll see a lot on my channel that I will switch up my editing style.
Don't stress too much about it. I know it can be really stressful to see other K-tubers that have a set editing style, but you have to remember they started from scratch too, even if you can't see it on their channel. I think my best advice for developing an editing style is to find something that represents you in some way, and then adding elements that you think might spice it up, if that makes sense. Also, there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from other people's style as long as you aren't flat out copying it. Most of us understand that coming up with a completely unique editing style is next to impossible, so taking inspiration is okay, as long as you give credit where it's due, and don't just copy.
I mean, everyone is crap at something when they first try to do it. I think as long as you're enjoying what you make, it shouldn't matter how it looks. And if you really have an urge to learn before you start to edit, there are so many great tutorials on YouTube. Or you can go look at layouts of other YouTubers and try to recreate them. Trying to copy something allows you to get used to the program you're working with. However, please keep in mind your final design should still be you, and using a design you copied from someone else is not you. It doesn't matter if you think something you made looks like crap, because at the end of the day, it's still something you made.
First of all, in our experience, you don't need to feel pressured to have a style decided on from the get-go. It's much easier to improve a subpar style than trying to create something you love completely from scratch. Once you've found elements of a style you like, try to develop them, and don't be afraid of trying ideas you might think are dumb. Make minor changes over an extended period of time. It's much more manageable than trying to change everything at once. Also, don't compare yourself to other KTubers too much. Of course, you can get inspiration from other creators, but at the end of the day it's your channel, so do whatever makes you happy.
I don't think you need to have an editing style. But in case you do, make a draft video of, say, your favorite songs of the month or something, and try everything with it. What I mean is that go all out with the video, spending time adding transitions, shapes, fonts, whatever you want until you are satisfied. Now you can post the video and consistently use that editing style because you feel satisfied with it. Some people like their layouts super pretty and fancy. I really envy them, but some people, like me, like their videos to be super minimalistic. You do you. You are your best critic.
Research and look around for inspiration. You can combine elements of things you like from different styles, mixed with your own style. For starting a channel, I think that simple is the best, and as you post, you will start to add elements that you like and feel is your style.
Eventually you will find something that satisfies you, so don't worry about not having an editing style off the bat. The whole point is to grow and cultivate your skills.
Don't worry about it. You'll find it. Watch some videos, learn how to use different tools in your editing program. Just try, and if you like them, then use it. You have power to choose what you like, so don't be pressured. I still think I don't have my perfect editing style, but I like what I do now, so I'm happy. And one thing, making super busy layouts doesn't always make it a good layout. I recommend being more minimal with your layouts.
To be honest, to this day I struggle with this. But just knowing that your subscribers will honestly like anything you do if they genuinely enjoy your channel, will help a lot. Personally, I think a lot about how to make my channel perfect, even though that is not really what matters. It is what you want your channel to be, and you should do what pleases your likings.
My only advice, I'm so sorry in advance cause I'm bad at it, is you can get your layout by watching some other KTubers videos, and if you like it, then you can use it as your own layout. You can twist it a little bit cause it's a bit weird if you and that KTuber have the same layout. If you do this, please credit the KTuber in the description box. You can also find some layouts on Canva and Pinterest, I think.
My best advice is playing around with your editing program, and other programs, and seeing what works for you.
So my advice is to look at aesthetics on Pinterest and also in the KTube community. This should be a starting point if you want to have an editing style right away, but like, I don't really think you need to have one right away. Remember that you shouldn't be copying editing styles just because you like them. Sure, it's okay to start out that way and giving credit, but you are trying to establish your editing style that is true to yourself, which can only come from your own mind and your own creativity. If you really have no idea where to start, just put nice text over an MV. It's as simple as that. I personally don't think that you need to have a set editing style right off the bat, nor do I think that you need to have super fancy, detailed editing to start uploading videos. Remember, you are uploading for yourself, so you should do what you like, and like what you put out. Don't compare yourself to others.
Personally, editing is just one of my hobbies that I've had for years, and I never got to post the videos anywhere. They just stayed in my videos folder on my computer. Finally being able to have an outlet to showcase my hard work makes me feel pretty good about myself, so editing doesn't really bother me that much. I enjoy it a lot. It's honestly therapeutic to sit at a computer for hours on end. and put together a video.
I don't force myself to edit something if I don't want to, or if it doesn't give me some sense of accomplishment.
The most important thing to remember is that having a KTube channel for most of us is just a hobby. If you don't feel like editing, you don't have to. Editing is very much tied to your content, so changing up the type of videos that you make can help with making editing less static and mundane.
This question is not for me. I'm the type of person who gets sick of editing really quickly and goes into a slump literally a week after posting. I have no clue how people post almost 2 days apart while I struggle with getting a video out once per week. But something that helped me with this is that I found a community of KTubers on social media and we just talk about KTube. I enjoy the response when I tell them that I'm in the process of editing so-and-so video, and it really does motivate me to persevere and finish the video knowing that they'd want to watch it when it's out.
I think it is because I met such a nice community that I love to talk to through my videos that it inspires me to create new content. I like to make different layouts to see how they turn out as a final product. It gives me a sense of self-accomplishment when I finish something that I just visualized in my head a few days ago.
I change my style whenever I feel dissatisfied or bored. I used to feel pressured to stick with my same style for eternity, but now I let myself have fun doing different things.
Of course there are times where I get bored, but I try to edit for 30 minutes to 1 hour per day. If I'm very motivated with a video, maybe I'll finish it in 2 to 3 hours if I have the time. When I am bored or unmotivated, I usually watch something, and when I feel motivated again, I'll go back to editing.
Most of the ways I keep my editing interesting is by watching KTubers and looking at Pinterest inspo. When you look at ideas, it can really help. That is something that has helped me find my style and what suits me best. Taking parts of other editing styles and making it fit into your style can really help and benefit your channel. Sometimes I draw blanks on what to do, so I take breaks. Overworking yourself is something that you should be careful of. Thinking of editing styles should be fun and exciting for you, so please take breaks when you feel like you're getting overwhelmed.
TBH, I'm the one that needs advice cause I'm bad at time management and it stresses me out every time. I think I keep my editing interesting by remembering my subs' comments cause they usually like my layout and it gives me motivation. And you can always pause your editing if you feel stressed, tired, or have other priorities.
I make sure that it's something I genuinely want to edit. I'm not just doing it because I think I have to. It can be hard sometimes to find the motivation to work, but reading comments I get helps keep me motivated. Taking breaks while editing can also help, and can give you new ideas for the video.
I frequently change my layout, so I always feel inspired when going to edit my videos. If I'm not feeling up to editing a video, I won't. It makes this channel feel more like work when it's just a hobby I have for fun. Also, for YouTubers in the community, keep me interested in editing when I look at their styles and their layouts.
My first video probably took me the longest to edit because I was checking and rechecking everything to make sure it was perfect. Honestly, I was so stressed because I was afraid I would get a hate comment or something. Dramatic, I know, and that video is so cringy. Ooh. My favorite video to make was probably ranking songs from my top 5 K-pop albums of all time, just because I was so excited when I came up with that layout, and I was vibing the whole time I made it.
With my first video I was so annoyed it didn't gain views till now. And then I deleted it because I couldn't stand the editing anymore. But I don't have a favorite video. I do have a lot of videos I started to hate after I uploaded them though.
We had pretty low expectations going in, to be honest. What made it special for us though, was that it was exciting to just start our channel, even if we had like 3 subscribers for months. Our favorite videos to make are usually centered around albums, playlists, or videos with our subs. One of our most fun ones is our subs rank our boy group top 10s.
It's a war flashback honestly. My first video to make was an NCT Crack compilation with my god sister that I made on KineMaster on my phone. When I switched to full-time KTube I was so embarrassed of it that I had to private it and take it off my channel, so we don't speak of it. My favorite videos to make are probably my monthly reviews where I talk about the musicality of the releases of the month and give them solid ratings with comprehensive justification, and I feel really proud of myself after making them even though they don't receive much traction. I personally because I really like sharing my opinions as a music student.
I actually deleted my first video, but it wasn't because I wasn't happy about it, it was just because it had a lot of spelling mistakes. My second video is the video that I count as the first right now. I remember that I made a playlist video. It's K-pop girl group songs with a cosmic feeling. I received 2 comments and I was so happy that someone found it interesting enough to comment. My favorite video is probably top 10 girl group title tracks by boy group stans and my favorite K-pop albums from different companies because they had such different perspectives and I got to learn a lot. I don't actually love them, but it was nice to get my head out of the box. I also love to collab with people, so the list is long.
My first video was K-pop favorites with my friends, and I just remember it being stressful and chaotic lol. I kept having to chase after my friends to get their picks for each category. I'd if I have a favorite video, but I did enjoy making my 2020 versus 2021 K-pop favorites. It was fun looking back on 2020 and rediscovering favorite things. Other than that, I like my most played monthly videos cause they're like time capsules to what I was listening or feeling in those moments.
Well, it was horrible. But, I created this channel only to upload one video. It was a project for school, and then we only watched like 2 minutes out of 10. Good question, cause I like to do mini videos with my subscribers, or when I do something like making games with K-pop songs or my music recommendations.
For my first video I can remember it very vividly. Back then I did not even think so much about what I was gonna do. I wanted to just share some basic favorites I had in K-pop, so I did a K-pop favorites video. It was on my old channel, but it's probably private because I despised the editing lol. One of my favorite videos I've made is my Shiny playlist video for very obvious reasons. I edited it to look like a desktop Apple Music layout and I was very satisfied with the outcome.
My first video is my favorite K-pop songs of 2019, and I remember that it was very hard to rank the songs at the time. I liked my layout, but the intro layout in that video was horrible, and I really wanted to upload it in December, but I think I uploaded it in January 2020, haha. It was also my first time editing again, so it took a long time to edit cause when I added a song, some of the clips were very long cause I didn't want to cut out my favorite parts of the song lol. My favorite video to make is I think my collab with Younger Days, which is a K-pop favorites video cause Max's channel is one of the reasons why I wanted to make a channel, and I really admired his videos, so collabing with him was a dream come true. We really liked our choices in that video and some people subscribed to my channel.
The first video I posted on this channel was Every Blackpink MV, but it's only the title, which is now unlisted. My favorite videos have probably been my Killing Parts series, and a video I'm still working on.
So I actually took down my first video, since I actually cringe whenever I look at it. But at the time though, I was really excited to post the video, as you all should. I liked sharing what my favorites at the time were. As for my favorite video, I really liked making If My Old Groups Made a Group Based On video, and I also really liked all my collabs that I've done.
Don't stress too much about your first video. Post what you want to post, it doesn't matter if it's a popular video or not.
If you care about numbers, go with a trend, something that at the time generally gets a lot of views. Hopefully the YouTube algorithm will pick up your video that way. If you don't care about numbers, whatever you like works fine. Either way, I would recommend uploading some sort of a stand list video in an early stage so people can easily find your likes.
We suggest that you refrain from posting until you've pre-made a couple of videos. When people discover a video on your channel and like it, chances are that they'll want to see another one before subscribing. We also recommend making a schedule for posting so you don't get overwhelmed, and posting consistently is also great for your channel.
The only advice I think I'm capable of giving for posting your first video is don't do what I did. Don't rush into it just for the sake of it, just give it some thought and think about what you want to do. Do you want to just post playlist, song ranking videos? Opinion videos? A bit of both? Give it a good thought. People usually start with the unpopular opinion video trend, but I'm not a massive fan of that. Personally, if I had the chance to start my channel again, I'd post a stan list just for a little introduction towards me and my channel, but you do you. Trust yourself on it.
Don't overthink it. You will keep growing as you go. You don't need a powerful software to edit or have fancy editing, you can just use whatever you have on hand.
Don't worry about views and subscribers. They will eventually come. Just have fun and make the videos you want. Once you start worrying about numbers, it consumes you and stops making YouTube an outlet for you.
Don't worry, if it's your first video. If you keep uploading videos, you'll do better every time you post. It's good to know what people think of your videos, but you're the one that really decides what you're going to upload.
The one piece of advice I can give is to not think too much about it. I know it may feel nerve-wracking, especially if you think people won't watch it or subscribe, but over time you will grow and get inspired more and more.
My advice is to edit and work on a video idea that you really like and to make sure you really enjoy editing it. Then upload it to your channel. Don't worry about views on the video cause you're just starting a channel and it will grow if you upload more. It will stress you out if you think of it more, so don't think about it.
Don't focus on the numbers. It was a problem I had, and I got really disappointed when a video didn't do better than the last. It was extremely discouraging.
Just post it. If you like what you made, and if you really love your first video, you just put it out and don't worry about views or subscribers.
In my experience, it's very difficult to come up with original video ideas, so don't get caught up in coming up with one of those. Sometimes it's fun to take someone's idea and then put a twist on it. Also, doing trends can be entertaining, and let's be honest, the views are a nice bonus. And finally, just straight up asking someone if you can use their video idea. It's usually fine as long as you give them credit.
I'm the type of person who gets random ideas while completely doing something else, like showering. For me, those random ideas usually work the best. But you can always look at whatever other people are uploading. If something is good, it's good, and there is quite a good Dutch proverb for this: you really don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Watching other K-tubers, or just K-pop content from idols, is super helpful. Seeing what everyone else is doing is useful to get you thinking about the type of content you want to make. But try not to fall into the trap of just following trends, because that momentum is difficult to sustain.
I'm also a massive victim of this. I struggle so hard finding relevant video ideas that aren't just ranking so-and-so discography or unpopular opinions yada yada, but I find that being in a small community of K-tubers really helps, because inspiration isn't a crime. If someone gets a groundbreaking idea, taking inspiration from it isn't bad. I'd look at other K-tubers on YouTube and their content too. So that's that. If you're like me, uncreative and indecisive, this is the way to go.
I come up with ideas from variations of what's already out there. Watch a lot of K-tube, talk with people, and ask yourself what type of content you would watch until the end.
Some of my best or original ideas came randomly, so I don't really have an answer for coming up with ideas. You can find ideas from other K-tubers, just be sure to credit them.
Watch other channels, listen to music, go to Pinterest, you can do anything. This, I think, is the perfect way to find ideas. Also, don't stress yourself out if you can't find a new idea. You can do something other people have done. It isn't bad. You don't have to come up with a video of the year every time you post. You do what you want to do, don't do something that you don't like.
Getting involved with other K-tubers really helps to come up with ideas, or they may even do ideas that you'd want to do. Watching their channels can be very inspiring because it will boost your creativity, and that will then help you when you end up thinking of your own ideas.
I usually find my video ideas when I watch some other K-tubers, and if I find it interesting I will add on my to-do list.
There are plenty of channels that come up with video ideas if you are struggling, but what I used to do was look at what my friends and other K-tubers were posting and take inspiration from them. Obviously, don't steal their video, but taking inspiration is okay.
So I usually just watch other KTubers videos to see if they have any creative ideas, and I'll credit them in the video or somewhere in the description. Sometimes I'll have like really good shower thoughts, and some of my best videos have actually come from my shower thoughts, so that's a good way as well. My ideas are usually based on what I'm watching or listening to at that moment.
As long as your opinion isn't straight rude, bullying someone, etc., I think you should be able to say how you're feeling, even if your opinion isn't very popular. What would be the point of opinions if everyone had the same one?
I will be realistic here, and it might sound harsh to some, but people are gonna disagree with you no matter what you say, no matter where you go, online or offline. We don't live in some sort of utopia where everyone will agree with whatever you say. You need to get used to that.
We don't do much opinion-based content, but we think that as long as you're respectful and open to other people's opinions, you don't have to worry too much about this. If you still don't feel comfortable expressing your opinions, it's totally possible to have a KTube channel without doing so, like us.
I know it can get daunting to have people comment that they disagree with what you said, but there's no way around it. You can't mold your opinions to fit the voice of the crowd. If you have different opinions, as long as they aren't rude, you have all the right to speak your thoughts. Persevere. You can do this.
If you just be polite and sincere, I don't think there's any problem with sharing opinions. Actually, we need more opinions.
F them now, just kidding, but not really. As long as you're being respectful, don't worry about who disagrees with your opinions. It's your channel. If they don't like you, they can go somewhere else. If someone is offended though, and not for some asinine reason, do take the time to reflect on why they might be offended. If you were in the wrong, apologize.
Well, I'm not the perfect person to ask this, cause I don't say my opinion since the K-pop community is already super toxic. So if you want to do it, then do it. It's your opinion, everyone has one. I have some opinions, I don't say them because I don't like those types of videos. So, if you like them, express your opinion. Don't be scared about it.
Always giving a disclaimer and asking people to be respectful is always a good way to go, and after all, people wouldn't be clicking on your video if they didn't want to hear different opinions. But if people decide to use really offensive speech, it is best to just delete their comments, in my opinion.
My only advice is to think carefully first, and please use or choose appropriate words so that it won't offend other people, even though you're just stating your own opinion and perspective.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, including you. It's completely okay to not have the same opinion as someone else, the same way you might agree with someone's opinion.
Some people are always going to have different opinions from your own, and sometimes they're respectful about it. Sometimes they're super rude about it. As long as you're being respectful when you put out your opinion, don't worry about the people who have different ones. And honestly, if they're being super rude, just delete their comment.
I would say it's pretty important for me. When I'm not feeling up to making a video 1 week because I may be struggling, I just don't. If you look at it from a channel perspective, taking small mental health breaks may work out better in the long run. For example, I could be uploading regularly but feeling terrible, and then I decide I can't take it anymore, and I decide to take a hiatus from my channel for an unset period of time. This could end up harming your channel more than taking those small mental health breaks. So sorry if that was hard to follow, I don't know how else to explain it. In conclusion, don't put your channel before your mental health, because that could very much backfire on you in the future.
For me personally, I don't find it very important, since I know when I need to take a break and know that at the end of the day my personal life is more important. But I don't think it's talked about enough for newer and younger KTubers. It is very easy to get sucked into the whole thing of I need to get numbers, I need to make videos, I need to grow, I need to be better, I need to be liked. So yay, please take a break if you need to. Please don't force yourself to edit. Please just prioritize your well-being. And please just have fun.
Incredibly important. Your mental health is the #1 priority. At the end of the day, your channel should be a hobby, and if it's affecting your mental health, take a break. Prioritizing our lives outside of KTube is also really important to us, and one of the main ways we avoid getting too affected by any negativity. This doesn't apply to everyone, but there's 2 of us running the channel, so when it gets overwhelming we don't have to go through it alone.
I do take more mental health breaks than I can actually afford, lol, but mental health on KTube is just as important as being active on your channel. Editing and releasing videos can be super draining, and sometimes you might feel down because you feel like you don't even know why you're still making videos. In that case, take a break. A week? Maybe 2? Spend some time for yourself, talk to other K-pop stans if it helps. I usually go live on my channel when I need to distress after editing, and it helps me so much personally.
Remembering that this is just for fun and not actually your job. I try to remind myself that I can have spare time for KTube, but also for other things outside K-pop when I'm free. You don't need to rush to upload, just enjoy the process of editing and getting to know your style over time.
I think mental health on KTube is very important because the K-pop community itself is very toxic. I do think that the KTube community is good at taking mental health breaks, and subscribers are very supportive when creators are going through something or pushing themselves too hard.
Okay, we need to talk more about this. This is really important. You're the most important person in this. First of all, it's your mental health, your life, your family, your friends, your struggles, etc., and your channel. It's good to take a break, come back if you want, and only focus on you. You're the only one that knows how you are, and you need to regulate it.
Mental health as a KTuber is extremely important. That is personally why I take a lot of breaks, because I really want to make sure I am taking time to myself and not stressing out more than I can take. Knowing your limits is very important, and taking breaks between editing or just, in general, is very essential. Drinking plenty of water and eating regularly is something that can help and make a difference too. In my life, I often get headaches or migraines, and it had nothing to do with stress or anything, but it's a genetic, so I really have to know when the right time to edit is and the wrong time, so I can take care of myself accordingly.
It's very important, since if you don't care for your mental health, it will worsen and stress you out. I've already experienced it, especially when I'm super busy with schoolwork as a college student, studying civil engineering. So I'm really stressed when I don't upload a video, since I think my subs will forget my channel or my channel won't grow as much as I want it to. But you need to choose your priorities, and your mental health comes first. Do whatever you want to do to relieve your stress.
Taking mental breaks are very important to me. I know that if I don't take some time to myself, I'll end up feeling exhausted and unmotivated. I think it's even more important for those of us with a platform to talking about and bring awareness to serious issues such as mental health.
So, mental health is super important, not just for me, but I think everybody in the KTube community can agree. If you need a break, take a break. Don't push yourself to edit or upload if you aren't feeling it. It is totally normal to feel exhausted or tired. Editing takes a lot out of you, and everyone needs to have some time to themselves.
I actually have 2 things, the community and the support. The KTube community as a whole might be kind of sus, not gonna lie, but I think the smaller community that I'm a part of is just the best. We support each other, and I've made quite a few friends. The other part is the support from my subscribers. All the comments I get on my videos or even in my forums are always so sweet and fun to read. They really inspire me to keep going on.
Best thing, finding new friends.
For us, it's being able to make content, share what we love about K-pop, and finding a like-minded community. It's also just a fun way to spend time.
I've been a KTuber for nearly 1.5 years now, and I'm literally only starting to gain any sort of traction now. But I'm so glad I persevered until this point, making videos I like and having people comment that they liked my musical opinion or my editing, and it fills me up with happiness honestly, and that's the only reason I'm still on here.
Getting to know so many great people that share the same or different tastes. I love knowing people's opinions and just talking. I made such good friends here, and it's actually funny how everyone is different but are such great friends.
putting out videos that I love or filling in spaces in the KTube community. Back when I started, the space was filled with more opinion-based channels or nuke pop stands, so it felt good that I could show more of the music side of K-pop, which is why I love it, and shine some light on my old faves cause they're slowly being forgotten.
I think many things: improving your skills in editing, discovering new songs that you don't know, and of course, you can talk with other amazing K-tubers that will help you if you any questions, or just want to chat with them.
The best thing about being a K-tuber is the comments and support your subscribers can give you. They are what motivate me to upload and make my videos interesting.
I think the best thing about being a K-tuber is that you will interact with many K-pop fans around the world through your videos. You can even gain friends or even a best friend through this. I can show my favorite songs to everyone cause I really love when I sharing my recommendations.
The best things are the friends that I've made over the past few months. Having people who make similar videos that you do, can be both entertaining and motivating.
I think the best thing about K2 for me is the friends I've made through my channel, and I love using my creativity to constantly brainstorm different ideas, even if I don't turn all of them into actual videos.
Go, 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 go.
For me, it's trying to come up with new layouts. I'm not very creative and coming up with layouts will be the death of me. I can be sitting at the computer playing around in Canva for hours, and come up with absolutely nothing. That's why my layouts don't change that often lol.
The numbers. It's so easy to get obsessed by them and let them get to your head, especially when you have a video that randomly blows up.
We definitely think that it's realizing that the success of your channel, or a specific video, isn't entirely controlled by you, but rather the YouTube algorithm. When you've had a period of high growth and views, it sucks to see that go down and it's really easy to hit a slump.
Mainly, to stay motivated, find a reason to edit, and find a happy place in posting videos. That way you can strive to stay motivated all the time. But it's only theoretically possible, and it's 100% understandable that not everyone has enough free time to stay active on KTube 24/7.
I think editing is the hardest because it's just boring after some time to download, cut videos, etc.
These days it's being consistent with uploads and finding motivation. It's kinda hard seeing other K-tubers just produce videos back to back with great consistent editing styles and not feel like I'm doing something wrong lol. I used to pump out like 2 videos a week and got burned out, but now it's hard for me to even post like once a month.
Being consistent, the struggle of not knowing what to do with your channel, if anyone will watch your videos, if people like them or not. I think these are the hardest parts, but the better parts outweigh the bad.
The hardest thing about being a tuber is, at times, not finding any video ideas. I'm sure many will agree too, but eventually ideas will start coming to mind at the most random moments lol.
Constant uploading of videos every week or month cause I'm scared that I'll lose viewers because of my inactivity. Making a layouts as well cause I'm scared that my subs will get bored of the same layout.
The toxicity. There's a lot of friend group drama that is hard to avoid, no matter how hard you try.
So I think the worst thing about KTube is the burnout. Editing is super hard, and when a video doesn't perform how videos usually perform on my channel, it's like very discouraging.
Go, 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 go.
So for this section, basically I asked everybody to give me like their smaller K-tuber recommendations, like who they would like to see grow and gain more subscribers. So I will be saying them. This is just a list of everybody that was mentioned. I will butcher some of these names. I am sorry. I will try my best. So, Mintwiz, Cherry Coil Lisa, Clear GG, Baked Potato, Woolly, Julia Fairy, Mingy Suarez, Aim Teaser, K-pop Crazy Person, Non Skis, Loving LG, Gentrify, Bonnie, Wilson Sky, Yonwari, Yejin's Cherry, Jarmy, DX Hyunjin, Third X Porsche, R Spring, Nugudom, Lee Ella's Dream, Fizion Chanisol, Honeybread June, Young Cute, Mitochondria, Hesachin, Cherry, Ilalach, also Sarah, Chevin and Out, Solar System, Hyunest, Nunobert, Lovey Swelter, Cosmic Chai, Yeonjun, Chromali, Yukuku TV, Parlin Cookie, Forever Mino, Jacoby, Jace Fairy, Dior Mini, Hantopia, Sunset Void, Red Flavors, Cucumber Love, Haribo Journal, and Velvet, Arino, Espetin, After Sunset, Butterfly Ace, Cheryong, Erna, Flowick Yu, Jujusi, Joy Lee, Jindori, Leviche, Pennies from Benny, Pillow Willow, Sorry Yeso, Some Muses, Yuna Smile, Lovig Yu, Cherry Pop, Bunny Hyunsuk, Moon Pop, Stray Kids Honey, Tidocom, and some of the K-tubers were actually in this video. They were also recommended. So we have Mingyu File, B1B, Namjoon Lost AirPods, It's Tail Time, Only Ace, Ray Exna, and me.
Go, 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 go.
Thanks for paying attention to all that I had to say. I hope some of this was useful. Thank you to Kirsten for putting this together. It's such a great idea, and I wish this video was around when I was first starting. Okay, toodles.
Please just do whatever you like. Having fun is the most important thing.
When we started our channel, we did not expect to receive this amount of support from everyone. Even being in this video in itself is unbelievable. Thanks so much to Kirsten for having us in this video. We also just wanted to say that even though it may seem scary to start a channel, the K-tube community is genuinely so welcoming and we've loved creating K-pop content for our viewers.
If you're watching this and you want to start a channel, go for it. I'll give you all the strength to go on. Also, if you have any further questions, you can contact me too.
I hope you found this interesting. Good luck on your journey if you are starting right now.
Stay beautiful. Don't be scared to make a channel, just do it. You won't regret it.
This is a hobby. In my case, I use this to practice for my school degree. But everyone else, it's a world, so if you really want to, do what you want and when you can. The views and subscribers are of course important if you want to be more known, but this isn't the thing you should prioritize. Also, if anyone wants to talk with me or something, contact me and I'll try to give advice. And don't worry if you don't know English well, I don't know either, but this helps since it's practice.
I really enjoy being a K-tuber and all the friends I have gotten to make that like the same things I like. It really makes my day when my favorite K-tubers upload and even when people comment on my videos. Also, please don't pressure yourself too much if you want to start a channel or are a newer K-tuber.
If you know my channel, thank you for watching my videos. I really like when people watch my channel, and to those who doesn't know my channel, hope you can visit it sometime and hope you like it. I really hope you all see my channel grow, and thank you for your kind comments everyone. You stand Golden Child, in Hippen, the boys, TO1 I guess.
You got this, we all believe in you. If anyone ever needs help, my DMs are always open.
So if you guys want to start a channel, if you're a smaller K-tuber, you have my support. I hope you guys grow. Thank you for all the K-tubers for being in this video. It was very much appreciated. And thank you guys for watching this hour-long video. If you have any questions or need any more advice, you can always contact me on Instagram or Twitter, and I'll answer as soon as I can.